Welcome everybody to the second day of the 5-day challenge about energizing your inner self. Welcome, welcome. So yesterday we had a very good first day, good start of the 5-day challenge, and it was all about your subconscious superpower. It was about how we make decisions and that most of the decisions are coming from the subconscious. And today we will go a step further on that. So I'm just going to wait for a minute or so for some more people to join. It would be a shame to miss out on the start. Great that you are all here. Today we also make it a little bit more interactive. So feel free to post in the comments. Hello, Milia, that you're there again. Wonderful. Feel free to post in the comments and we can make it a little bit more interactive, which will be fun. So again, welcome everybody. Today is the second day of the 5-day challenge about energizing your inner self. How can we get more energy within us, change the things within us so we can grow from that place and then create the change outside of us that we are seeking, that we are looking for. So welcome back. Welcome back, James. Welcome, Sam. Hey, Natasha. Great that you're here. Wonderful to see you all. So today is all about living in flow and how we can live in flow, how we can live from our intuition. So life gets easier, life unfolds for us, and we don't have to fight through life so much. So what does living in flow for you mean? How would you like to live in flow? When I think about living in flow, what it is for me, it's to have a good level of energy, to feel energized, to have fun and feel empowered. What also living in flow means for me is that I don't have to control everything. It's about gaining this level of trust so things can flow. Hey Doreen, hi Nicolette, hi Thomas, good to see you. So post in the chat for me, what does living in flow mean for you? When we think about living in flow and how we can make that easier, what's really important is how are we like living our lives? Are we living our lives mostly from our head? Are we making decisions from our head? Are we constantly contemplating, analyzing, overthinking? Or are you actually connecting to your intuition, to your heart? Are you listening to your feelings? Yeah. So what does living in flow means? Living without resistance. I love that. Everything goes easy. Keep the same level of energy. Being in harmony. Yes. These are all things about living in flow. So how can we create that for ourselves? How can we create a life without resistance? Now, how does resistance come up? A lot of the times resistance is fed by fear or fed by other limiting beliefs. Do you remember yesterday we talked about the limiting beliefs that we can have in our subconscious and how those impact the decisions we make and how life feels for us? So when we want to clear that resistance, it's about overcoming that fear, understanding why we have the fear or understanding what is holding us back. And sometimes we go in our mind for that to really understand, like figure out where that's coming from. But what actually clears things much easier is when we connect to our feelings. When we really just take a moment, we close our eyes and we think, okay, why do I feel this? What feeling is coming up? Why is this happening to me? Because when that happens, then the energies can resolve. The energies can do it for you. And when we connect to our heart and our intuition, what will also happen is that our spiritual team is guiding us. Now, we think we control a lot. We think a lot. Our mind is aware, we're consciously making decisions and taking actions. But actually, when we dare to let go a little bit more and connect our heart, our spiritual team is able to help us. So we all have angels. Now, some of us are aware, others are not, but we all have a unicorn. And there's more in our spiritual team. We have other spirits that help us and are there to guide us here. So when we actually start living in flow, they will be able to help us more. If we ignore our feelings, if we ignore our intuition, then it's very hard for our spiritual team to help us, to let them do things for us. Now, that's something to really remember, because if we sometimes don't know how to resolve a situation or how to let go of that control, you can always just ask your angels or your spiritual team to resolve it for you. And when you ask them, they will hear you. You might not hear them back because they have a higher vibration, they have a higher level of energy. Therefore, they can always hear us, but we might not always hear them. But when they can hear us, they will do stuff for us. When you ask them, they will respond and they will help you. So that's a way how we can really live in flow more. Now, how do we go into like get more harmony, get this higher level of energy? So energy starts flowing when the blockages in our body and in our energetic field are resolved. Now, when somebody doesn't feel well, often doesn't like things, is negative about stuff, all these things create blockages in the energetic field. Now, when we have those blockages, the energy can't flow easily, and that will have an impact on the harmony we have in our life. That will have an impact on the resistance that we are creating. That will have an impact on how we feel. So what's really important is to clear those energetic blockages that hold us back. And we will do that in like the next 5 to 10 minutes. We will do the meditation and the energy clearing to resolve the blockages around living in flow. So whilst those blockages are there, we might not feel so harmonious. We might not get the routines we want. Things are not unfolding for us. And what do when things don't happen? We gain back control. It's not happening how I want it. Let me get control. Let me take action upon it so I can control the situation, so I know I can steer it. Now, we tend to do that a lot. If we don't like the way they happen, we want to get in control so we can steer it and we can influence the situation. But what we also do is actually we're saying, hey, spiritual team, myself, I don't trust what you're doing, so I want to do it myself now. I will take that control back. But what happens then is you do it with your own energy, so things cost much, much more energy. You're stopping the flow, the energy flow. So instead of the energy flowing, the resistance is creating and the energy can't flow naturally, so you're stopping that. Now, when the energy can't flow anymore, it gets stuck. And when it gets stuck in your energetic field, it gets heavier. When it gets heavier, your emotions turn often heavier, so there are more negative emotions. So what's really important is to let go of that control. Now, how do we let go of that control? It's like, nice that you're saying that. I probably know this on some level, but how do I do this? Now, the direct opposite of control is actually trust. So when we focus on how to trust more, when we focus on how things can happen for us without needing to control it, then things will flow. So how do we do that? Partially consciously, but partially subconsciously. We start with consciously setting the intention. So when we're trusting the decisions we make, how do we trust? We start listening to our feelings. I need to make a decision. My head says this, but my heart says that. So when my head says A and my heart says B, a lot of the times when you go for A, things aren't flowing. They aren't easy, they aren't natural. When you then actually go for B, you will see that things will unfold for you much easier. Maybe not the way you expected, but they will happen. So what's really important is when you set that intention that you follow your intuition, that you follow your feelings, you're creating trust. Now, to train this, don't do this with the biggest decision you need to make. Are you going to change job or are you going to buy a new house? If you just want to try trust and really build that confidence, start with something small. Start with like little things. What are you going to do that day? Or what are you going to eat? Instead of doing that from your head, do it from your intuition. And once you start making small decisions from your intuition and trusting that, you will see that you will enjoy that. You will see that things start flowing, that the energy releases, the blockages release, so the energy flows. And then the more you do it, the more you set the intention that you will trust, the more you set the intention that you let go of control and you make decisions from your intuition, the easier it goes. And then something bigger will come up. And instead of being shaken by it and grabbing that control back, you're trained. You're trained by the little things. So you automatically create that routine that you go back with your intuition, to your intuition. And when something bigger comes up, instead of directly going into your head, you take a deep breath. You really connect to your heart and say, okay, what does my feeling tells me? What does my intuition tells me? And when things come up, you say, is this fear? Or is this my feelings and intuition? If it's fear, you let it go. When it's your feeling and your intuition, you will go with that and you take that decision. So let's have a look. James, when the energy gets stuck, I have a coffee. Actually, that can really help. You know why? When you have a coffee, you take a moment for yourself. You take some rest. Now, when you take rest, you go out of your head and you actually allow your thoughts to calm down. So it's about taking a little break. It's about getting out of your head and connecting with your feelings and regaining your energy. And when you have your coffee and relaxing moment and you make your decision, then you often make it from your intuition and how you feel. So it's a great idea. Yeah, interesting concept. I like that idea. Yeah, good. So it's for us to try this and to start implementing this. And when you do this, when you set that intention on a daily basis, you will see it unfolds for you. I used to be hugely a control freak. Everything had to be controlled. Everything has to be planned in advance, especially with my business. And what was the result? Overwhelm, not reaching my goals or my targets, not getting the amount of clients I wanted. And then I felt really bad. My energy was low. How does this change for me? It was the moment that I actually decided not to do what everybody else told me to do, not to do what society expected to do for me. This really changed when I started going inside. I started meditating more. I started letting go of all the demands that others put upon me, but mostly the demands that I put upon myself. And when I let go of those demands, the blockages started resolving. I started doing what I enjoyed. Now, how can you run a business from your intuition, from flow, from trust? It's about going up, ask the creator, ask the divine energy, what is the most important decision I need to make today? This is not only about your business, this is about anything you want to do in life. What's the most important decision that I can, or action I can take today in order to receive XYZ goal, in order to receive more clients, in order to enjoy my job more, in order to get my promotion, or in order to attract my soulmate? And just for this one answer you get, that's what you focus on. Because this one action that you can take will actually have a bigger impact than an entire action list you might have made with your mind. Why? Because you get the guidance from the creator, you get the guidance from the universe, the beautiful divine energy that's behind it. So instead of having to go through all the different action steps, you get the one that's the most powerful. So once we have talked a little bit about this, let's see if we can clear some limiting beliefs that might be in your subconscious and in your energetic field. So these blockages can be they can go, and you can really start making your decisions from your intuition, your trust, and live more in life. Flow, have this harmony. Everything goes easy. Easy creation. What you will also see when you live in flow more, as soon as you think about it, you're making a creation, and those creations will manifest faster and faster and faster. Yeah. Okay. So let's close our eyes and connect up. Let's take a few deep breaths, and we're going to do some subconscious work. So we're going to go into the subconscious mind, and we're going to release any negative beliefs, fears, anxiety, rejection, and other things that are holding you back. And then what we're going to do is we're going to replace that with energies that are going to empower you, let you live in flow, and really let you enjoy life. Yeah. So as I mentioned yesterday, we're going to connect up to the theta brainwave. This is the brainwave that allows us to connect us to the divine energy. We call it in theta healing the creator of all that is. And when we are in the theta brainwave, we also have the access to the subconscious. So we can align our subconscious mindset with the reality we want to create in our lives. For every download or everything I propose in this energy clearing, I need your permission. So give your permission for every single download, for every single release. I'm asking you only if it feels right for you. How do you do that? Just by simply saying yes. Now I will witness all the changes for you in your energetic field. Okay, so let the energy come up from the earth through your feet. We're not using our own energy, we're actually using the energy that the earth is providing us. So this energy from the earth comes through your feet, goes up through your legs, all the way to your hips, comes up through along your spine. When it comes up along your spine all the way to the top of your head, your chakras will gently open to exactly the right amount for you. Then I want you to visualize a beautiful ball of light above your head. And this energy goes into that ball of light. Beautiful. Now this ball of light is going to travel up high into the sky. Going to go past the stars. Very good. It's going to go past the moon. And it goes up higher and higher. Then goes past the universe. Just imagine this. Very good. When it goes past the universe, you see layers and layers with light. And you go through those layers of light. These are the spirit world. It's where ancestors reside as well. It's where the shamans work from, this energy. You go through that, and you see a lot of layers with light. Some bright lights, a few darker lights, and more bright lights. And you just keep going up. And then you see a golden light. This golden light is where the angels are from, where the ascended masters reside, where we have the unicorn. Yeah, this golden light is also where the soul family is, the council of 12. Each soul family has a council of 12. Now, some of these things you might have never heard of. That's okay. You might believe it, you might not, and that's okay too. You're just here tonight to be open, and some things might really resonate with you. And then you know that your cells already know. It's just a remembering of what you already know. Now we are in this golden light and we're going to go up higher. We're going to go through a jelly-like substance. And this jelly-like substance has all the colors of the rainbow. These are all the laws in the universe that keep the universe together and operating well. You go through this higher and higher. And then you go into an iridescent, sparkling white light. Very good. Just go deep into the sparkling white light. It's very light, but it still's got an essence. This is the energy of creation, from which you can create and manifest easily. We will do that later this week, some beautiful manifestations on day 5. Make sure you're there. Yes, so now this energy is also the energy of creation and the creative all that is. It's the divine energy that is in us and guides us. So first of all, allow beautiful, loving energy to come in your energetic field. If that's okay with you, just say yes. You can feel this energy come into your field. Some of you might feel it, others might feel nothing, and that's okay. Let's see what you need. Let me have a look what you need, what we can switch for you. You have your permission to just have a quick look in your energy field to see what you need. And by the way, everybody, this works for anybody who's live here, but also for anybody who's watching the replays. It still works for you. Okay. So can the divine energy show you what it feels like to live your life in flow? What intuition feels like? What trust feels like? And how you can really trust your intuition? When that's okay, just say yes. Okay, can we release the belief that trusting your intuition is stressful? That trusting your intuition, if you trust your intuition, you will be betrayed? This very old energy, so it's allowed to go now. Can we also release the belief that living in flow is dangerous? Because it's when you live in flow, you stop controlling your own life. Can we release all of this? And can the Creator show you that when you live in flow, when you trust, that's the biggest control you can have. Because this is when life actually unfolds. We think we have control. We think we are in control, but actually it's an illusion. It's the illusion we see from our perspective. Real control is when we let go of control and when we move into trust. Because when our trust is so deep and so strong, we know things are happening for us, and we also know everything is happening in the highest and best way possible. So can the Creator show you that real control is actually having a high level of trust that everything is happening in the best way possible for you? When you like that, just say yes. And that this is possible for you, that you're allowed to live your life in this way. Can we relieve any vows, oaths, and energetic contracts that you have to control your life in order to succeed, in order to survive? Can we show you how you can succeed, survive with ease and grace through unconditional love, to connecting to your feelings and to allow your feelings to be there? When you like that, say yes. Can the Creator show you how you can learn your lesson that you came here for? The things you like to learn, that your soul likes to learn, with ease, with joy, with fun, without suffering, without hardship, without having to work yourself to the bone. Yeah, can we release all these things that you have to work hard in order to learn? Can we show you easy ways to learn? When you like that, just say yes. Can we release the belief that trusting yourself, growing spiritually, internal growth is dangerous and you will be killed for that? You will be burned for that? Can we release that? That's all very old genetic beliefs. And can we show you that it's safe to grow spiritually? What it feels like to grow, to experience inner growth, to grow your level of consciousness, to increase that, and how to do it with ease, how to do it with joy and true unconditional love, without suffering, without exchanges, without having to give up some of your senses or anything else. And it can just go with joy and ease. That's how humanity is also allowed to grow. That's how you are allowed to grow, with fun and joy. So let's release all those beliefs that it has to be hard in order to grow, that you have to prove yourself in order to grow. And let the Creator show you, let the Divine show you that you're already enough, that everything will unfold for you so you can grow in the way you enjoy. When you like all of these, just say yes. Yeah, there's some pretty heavy energy going away from this energy field from you. Good. Can the Creator show you that you can have success and fulfillment in you? So everything can be easier. Can the Creator show you what it feels like to keep your energy high? Also, during times of challenge. Can the Creator show you that you can also always see the positive side of situations and how to enjoy that? That you, no matter what happens, you can always pick out the positives and see the learnings so that situations can be resolved for you easily. When you like these, just say yes. Can the Creator show what it feels like to be grateful? Grateful for the things you're learning, grateful for all the beautiful things that are unfolding in your life, grateful for the manifestations that are coming into your reality. Yes. When you like that, just say yes. Good. So then see yourself in a sparkling white light. Take a shower. And feel guided to leave you connected today. It's okay to be connected into this divine energy. How did this feel for you? Did you enjoy this? Is there anything else you need? Does this feel lighter? Do you feel that some energy has shifted? And that everything is a little lighter now? Does it feel easier, more flow? Felt great, wonderful. Yeah. Well, that was today's 5-day challenge about living in flow. And tomorrow, what we will focus on is the everyday energizer. So we're really going to focus on a great tool that can easily energize you no matter in what situation you are. So when you feel like your energy is low, to get a little booster. Yeah. It's beautiful. Thank you. Well done. Thank you so much. I'm so glad to see that you guys are enjoying it. Yeah, it feels good. So much lighter. It was wonderful. Thank you so much. Yeah. Thank you too. Thank you, Danielle. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, it's much more positive. Very good. Well, thank you for being here today. And there will be another event that you can find on my Facebook. It's the 5 Day Challenge Day 3, and I'm looking forward to see you then. Thank you so much for being here and have a wonderful evening. Bye bye.